Hello guys, we are here with you with the 16th episode of Lumion 10 tutorial. And as you can see, this is a project for a building facade in a city area. In the animation that we want to do for this one, we want to have some movement of figures in sidewalk and some cars on the street. So the first thing that we'll do is to find some figures that are walking. We could even place some figures that are cycling. Place some people here in the corners, some figures that are walking. Change the direction of them, but it's not very necessary to do it now. And as you can see, I'm placing each one of them in different direction. Let's use some kids also and some female here. And pay attention to the figures that you are placing in your environment. And try to choose those that have better quality. And those have a mark on them. They are from the company which have better quality. Usually they are from XYZ or Evermotion, but we don't have figures in Evermotion. Usually those that they are from these companies, they usually have better quality. So be more sensitive about the objects that you're choosing to place in your environment. So here we placed our figures like that. Let's add some green area. In our sidewalk and of course in some material. So we've added some green area here. Let's use 3D grass for those areas. But we need to be reminded of something when you use 3D grass or find detailed object. Pay attention to this, that they will really increase the time of your render. So it's better to just place only a few of them especially in times that we don't have too much computer power. Well, let's use some street light here from outdoor section. Let's place some cars on the street as well. Turn on the lights. And here as well, another one. We could place them in order that just saves some room for some cars to be parked next to the sidewalk. Like that. Let's choose some other vehicles as well. And let's place some cars here as well. We could place them as parked or on the middle of the street. Let's go to a movie, but I like to place some trees here as well. It's true that we don't see our street, but the shot that we are getting, because it's limited, we need these type of reflection and some shadows inside our environment. Let's select movie and record. Choose a correct angle. And as you can see, I can take a shot from here. We could even go further back. But we need to add some city facade as well. We could even keep the shot as it is, because we didn't work on environment too much. And let's set it on 2-point perspective. As you can see, it needs some edit. We need to move in a little bit. I think this is fairly decent. And next to the building, the area around it, let's remove the material on the right side. And let's place some building to show the street better. So in outdoor, as we've learned before, you can just choose some building here and place it there. Let's click on mask point, and we start here and we continue that. We can increase the number of them, change the angle, and that's it. Like that. We can repeat the same process here as well and do the same thing in front of it, so it could be seen better in pictures. But it's not a necessity, but from this left and right, in order to close the outside, we need to do it in order for the shot to be more realistic. Now let's check the angle, and as you can see, as we've closed the street, it's looking a little better. And if you like, you can adjust them a little bit in order to fix their placement. Let's move them horizontally. A couple of them close to the main building is enough. Let's use place again and do the same thing for here as well. And if you like to change the type of the building, you can add some here as well. I think this one is enough, because it's important for their height to be somewhat similar. So let's go back to street. Maybe we don't have enough view, but that's enough. Like that. As long as it's give us a good view, it's enough. You don't need to be too sensitive about it. Let's put on overcast, increase some fog from the background so it's not too visible. We can use exposure to turn up the light for our environment. And one thing that we want here is to let some people walk and some cars to be driving. We go to animation and we click on mass move. We choose edit and pay attention. It's true that we don't have our asphalt here, but we continue the way till here. Increase the width. Refresh it and we move it again. As you can see, you can increase or decrease the movement and speed of the car. And they are moving at 60 kilometers per hour. And now that we've increased the speed of the cars, we could increase the number of them as well. And here, let's add some more cars. But this time, let's do it in mass to be faster. But it's not necessary. Even if we do it one by one, it's enough. So place couple, and in the end, we rotate them all together. Like that. So we select all cars, turn on the lights. Let's check to see how it is now. Why the other cars are not moving? Because the width of the area that we chose, it's not wide enough. But the concern that I have here is to not increase it so much that the parked car to move. And as you can see, we need to add more cars at the end of the road as well. We use the same cars and we just make a copy of them. Let's go back here to check how it will be. Well, I think our street is okay for now. Let's click on mass and let's go here, and again we select this part. But this one will be shorter, and let's decrease the speed of the car. We don't need to make it super fast. As long as it's shown in our animation, it's enough. Let's increase the width and to make the car move. And as you can see, if you increase it so much, your objects will move as well. And as you can see, because the length of the distance that it's traveling is low, it's going back and repeating itself. So let's increase the length until here, and for it to not stop. And here, if we had to, we add another vehicle as well. Let's go back in the movies and look, it will happen like this. Now let's go to mass move, and now I want to move some of the pedestrian. Here we click add and we move it till here. Let's update it and they move like this now. And here, when we set it like that, they can go back and forth, or they can go back or just forward. And if you want to limit some of them, we'll select this one and we can create another way for this one. Like that. Let's add to the length of it so they are moving as well. Let's create another way here too, so this lady is moving that way. And create another one for this one to move until here. And if you hold control, the movement could be like this. We can add to the length of the way so it covers the other one as well. As you can see, it's turning on the corners. You could even use the same technique for the cars as well, but we'll not do it because we have too many cars here. And as you can see, it's looking alive right now. Again, we could choose this one to continue the way that the cars are moving. So it's not even limited till here, and they can move some more. But the problem that we have here, because the base is a little higher, it will create some problem for us. We just need to zoom in so we don't have any problem with those. And very easy, we capture a shot though. A short duration and play it, and it will look like this. And it doesn't really matter to do it realistic or use overcast. And this is the general idea. Because the movement is happening from there to here, we can make it more limited. And in future, when I teach you guys how to use and create some keys, it will resolve most of these problems. I suggest you guys to do a street like this, so everyone is moving and get to know this type of thing and create live animations. We could even add some more options so the quality of this gets better. We could move trees here to cover this part of the street as well. It could give us a better result. So we check it here, and as you can see, the result is a bit better. If you consider this part a sidewalk and place a figure that is speaking on a phone or walking or doing something, could make it a bit interesting. So here we could add some bush or a small tree as well. Like that. And as you can see, as we add to the detail, the environment looks more alive. There is another thing that we have next to max move, is that when you, for example, in people, you can choose bird and add some birds. And these two birds that we just played, we could place them higher, so they are moving in our environment. But there is one thing to know how we should place them, or where to place the people to start working. And in options we have time wrath, and here we set how or where the placement of the birds should be. So our bird started flying from there. If the placement is not good, we could bring it back a little bit. So when the camera is turning, the bird starts flying as well. It's the same story for our figures as well, and people. Let's increase the height of birds as well, and next to this part we can, for example, is a sidewalk. and it's a crosswalk, we can add some people that are waiting to cross. So it's not really necessary to add all the details and work on everything. Most of the times, with just limiting the angles that we have, create areas like this. And as you can see, this is a good shot. And in any place that you wanted to get a render test, we stay here, we click on the picture and we see our render, and if you liked it, we select it and we get our animation. Let's see how long it will take for it to give us our animation. So it needs like about 25 minutes for 8 or 7 seconds of animation. I hope you enjoyed this episode and share your practices online with me. Be well.